Hello, and welcome to the Anna L. Brothers show and podcast, Sweet Blessings. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good evening. Um, if you don't know who I am, I'm Anna, and I inspire, encourage, and empower people to live a better lifestyle. That is the purpose of this uh, podcast, is to help people to live a healthier lifestyle. So, from the beginning of the year, I have been talking about setting goals and um, objectives and all of those type of things. And we talked about food planning. And, I said I was going to have some guests come on to speak to you because, I'm not really an expert on things, but I do a lot of research. And so tonight we have a special guest that's going to come on. And I met her a few years back when she had daycares and she was trying to get her daycares accredited. And at that time I was a national validator or mentor. I was a mentor for it. I'm still that, but she has gone on and she has done a lot of wonderful things. And this is the end of Women's History Month. And I just thought that she would be a great person to come on and kind of share her story about how she began and the process she's gone through. She is, I'm going to take a brief commercial. And once I take this commercial, then I'm going to come back and I'm going to bring her on. So just bear with me just a few moments while I go to my commercials.
CTR Media Network is now accepting new podcasters to join our growing network that's reaching 350 million global listeners. Have you heard? CTR Media Network offers podcast production, podcast training, distribution, and product placement. Book us for your next event or schedule an interview with CTR Media Network podcasters today. To learn more, go to ctrmedianetwork.com. CTR Media Network.
Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Let me introduce her and bring her onto the, add her to the stream. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Allison Perkins-Caldwell. She is the CEO and founder of Allison's Infant and Toddler Center, North, South, East, and Inglewood campus, University Child Care, Little Feet Big Dream, Learning Academy, and Baby Cakes Learning Academy. She received a bachelor's degree in nursing with a minor in psychology from Chicago State University. In 2011, she obtained her master's degree in organizational leadership and early childhood education from the University of Illinois at Chicago. She is the owner of 2 edible arrangement franchises, one in Calumet Park, Illinois, and the other in Gurnee. She is an accomplished multi-million-dollar grant writer. Woo, woo. That's an accomplishment. It's hard to write grants. A published author, a co-founder of Southern City Cuisine, the owner of Creola's Queen Foods, and the owner of Memories Skincare. Mrs. Caldwell, believes in the lasting benefits of continuing education, and she's planning to pursue her PhD in nonprofit management beginning in 2025. So I would like to introduce you to her, and she will tell you a little bit about herself whenever you're ready.
Hello. Well, thank you, and thank you for having me tonight. I so appreciate your platform.
Okay.
As recently stated, my name is Allison Perkins-Caldwell. I am the CEO of Allison's Infant and Toddler Center, North, South, and East Campus, University Child Care, Baby Cakes Learning Academy, um, Edible Arrangements in Calumet Park and in Gurney, store 887 and store 1673. Um, I just developed a skincare line called Memoir, and I'm an author of children's books. It's a 14-book series entitled Fat Cat and the Family. But books 1 through 7 are available now on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and books 8 through 14 will be available in June of 2023.
Okay. Okay. So how did you go about getting started in the daycare business? What motivated you?
Well, my mom had always told me to be a teacher.
Hmm.
So I did not see my calling. As a young person, sometimes it's hard to see what you should be doing, but other people can kind of guide you in the right direction.
Hmm.
So a cousin was opening a daycare center and she needed some help. So I would go and volunteer so she wouldn't have to, pay staff. And she just told me I was great with the children and she thought that I should open a daycare. And I said, "You really think I can do this?" And she said, "Yes, I really think you could do this. You are wonderful with the children." But my mom had told me the same thing. And the next week I went and got a space.
Okay. All right. All right. I love it.
Yes.
Now, did you in particular pick a certain community to start in, uh, or you just went anywhere?
No, I picked my own community. I grew up in Inglewood,
Okay.
and it was just so much violence. Just so many news articles during that time about Inglewood and what was going on with the community. So I intentionally found a space in Inglewood so that I could go back and help my own community and begin with our youngest citizens, with just changing a mindset. You know,
Hmm.
that was that was just the whole um, I don't know, the motivation behind it, because I just felt like so many good people lived and worked in Inglewood and came from Inglewood. Inglewood cannot be what they're stating on the news. So I just decided I was going to go in it, put my business in Inglewood, employ people, and educate those children.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that because I'm a firm believer that we need to let people know that we offer quality and development and appropriate practices in the Black community. So, I'm all for that. I'm
Yes.
one of those that's for that. But I will tell everyone that I met you when you were, I don't know if it was the beginning, but you had been established for a while, I think, and
Hmm.
wanted to get your sites accredited, nationally accredited. And
I
so
think I met you during the reaccreditation process. Yeah.
it might have been,
Yeah.
you
For my
had five
reaccreditation.
sites and I don't know.
Hmm. Yeah, I was going through my reaccreditation process, and my previous person, she had passed away.
Oh,
And
okay.
then I was so happy that I was blessed that I met you. And
Don't make me laugh.
I was for real, I was so blessed when I met you, and you just came in and just gave me some tips and some pointers just to help me. And we got right back through NACY with flying
Of course, of course, of course, of
colors.
course. I kind of know the ropes. I still know the ropes a little bit, but um, I noticed that what really I guess phased me, or I was so excited about when I heard that you had started a daycare in Georgia. Tell us a little bit about
Yeah.
that.
That's baby cakes.
this
Yes,
this this
baby cakes.
this
Um,
girl is too much.
yeah. It's a beautiful facility. It's licensed for 175 children.
Oh, great.
The playground, the yard. That's the one thing about the South too. Like, it's 13,000 square feet. The
Mhm.
playground, so it's huge. It's I mean, it's huge. There are 3 playground structures on the property. And then there's just space, for the children just to kind of sit out and just really just run around and
Wow.
just have that space. It's almost like a park. The
I'm from the South, so I kind of know how the South is. It's a lot of land, and
mhm,
they have big yards and gardens, and
yeah.
all of those types of things. But yeah, I was very excited um, to see.
Yes, and Baby Cakes is also NACE accredited and
Okay,
quality rated. And
well, I
Miss
wouldn't accept anything else.
and Miss Cheryl is the director, and she is down there enrolling children every day. Our enrollment is really picking up from COVID because that did kind of hinder our process for quite some time
Oh
with
yeah,
basics. Yeah,
yeah.
just trying to get through COVID and get people back to work and, get the children back into childcare.
Okay, all right. I have my little notes here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, uh, you have done. I'm going to say a lot of philanthropy work.
Hmm.
Okay, tell us a little bit about that.
Also, wow. I'm in a lot of organizations, but I am the vice president of the Evergreen Park chapter of Top Ladies of Distinction. And
I'm only
we
I'm only saying that because the South Suburban chapter has asked me to join them.
Oh, well, come on, be a top lady. Yes. So much good service work that you
Yeah,
can
they do
do.
good service. Yeah,
Oh,
they do.
yeah, great work. Our number one thrust is Top Teens of America. My own son was just elected as Area 3 president
Okay.
for Top Teens of America. So I'm really excited for him to begin he's president elect. So he doesn't take office until
Offices.
July. But I'm just excited to see his growth, as a young man and what he'll do in the organization. But
Okay.
anyway, we work with various organizations around the city. We do partnerships. We do all kinds of things. We do walks and donations. We feed the homeless. We do clothing drives, just all sorts of things. We give scholarships. We honor local community members for their civic work and their activism, just their work in the community. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so I see that um you also got a few little reward awards.
Well, yeah, just for the businesses. Like I said, I'm NACE accredited. We're gold rated. All of our locations, we've received the Governor's Award of Excellence in family and community engagement, and that's something I'm a firm believer in. Engaging the community and engaging the family because it's a partnership with the providers and the family. Like they say, it takes a village to raise a child.
It really does.
Hmm.
It really does. Well, I am going to I should have done this at the beginning, but I'm going to tell people how they can support me. Oh, okay. So I have several ways that people can support. They can support me on Facebook because I am on Facebook. I'm live on Facebook now. So, but they can support me, and you can go to Facebook and see. But you can support me by sending me stars, and stars help me get more content in it. So, as well as let me put this up here. I'm going to take this off. This is you can support me on this is my YouTube channel, so you can support me there. I'm also on Instagram. This is my Instagram um, thing, and this is my website. It's a bit, so it's my website where you can go And that's my website for my podcasting as well. If people want to get in touch with me, this is my email. And while we're on here, I'm going to break for a commercial. But before I go to a commercial, there might be some people that want to get in touch with Allison. And so I want to put her information up here as we go to commercial. And when we come back, she can tell you a little bit about this is her website. And on her website, she has all of her things up under there. So I'm going to let her kind of come back and kind of expound on that a little bit. So we're going to take another commercial break. Just hold on one moment. And here we go.
The Homeschooling Interactive Magazine is a magazine that embraces and celebrates the entire homeschooling experience. Our magazine is different from all the rest because we provide beneficial information and assistance in homeschooling, business, wellness, mental health, resources, and life. We encourage you to pick up a copy of our magazine today on Amazon.com by simply searching the Homeschooling Interactive Magazine. The Homeschooling Interactive Magazine is all about impacting the world through home-based learning, helping to de-stress the homeschooling experience. Get your copy from Amazon today.
All righty, we are back. Okay. So I know that you have ventured out and you got the edible arrangements, and I'm sorry I mispronounced your makeup line.
That's okay.
So kind of tell us a little bit about how you got into those things, and then you can tell people where they can reach you and all of those things. And I'm gonna leave your website up there for them to look at.
Okay, so when you go to my website, the first thing you'll see is my book here button. So you can press that button and you can book me for consultations. I do business consultations.
Okay.
I do,
They need to know these things.
Yep, I do. Like if you're interested in getting in business and you just need some help, please feel free to go to my website and try to book me. I also can come and speak to any groups that would like to hear my story or anything about me. That's where you go and book me. If you scroll down, if you toggle down, you'll see where you can a button for the books. For the book series, it's just a click here button, and then it's a button for each location of the daycare. Each entity of the daycare. So it's a baby cake button, a university childcare button, Allison's button. There's also 2 buttons for edible arrangements for the specific locations. Store 887 is in Calumet Park, Illinois, and that has a shop here button, as well as the Gurney location. It also has a shop here button. We did not talk about my cookbook. And
we haven't got to that yet.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about chef and author.
Yes. So there's a button here to go and explore the gumbo line, as well as the cookbook, and of course the skincare line memoir. There's also a click here button to go in there and to watch the tutorial video and to get product.
Yeah. Okay. Let me ask you this about your books. What is the price range of your books? People.
So they start at about $19.99 up to $29.99.
Okay.
That's soft cover versus hardcover price.
Okay.
So now, one thing too about these books, these aren't like the average children's book that's really short. These books are very, they're deep stories. These books are about 53 pages. And, you know, it will take a child quite some time to get through the story, the child and the parent.
Mm-hmm.
There's a learning section at the end of the book where we talk about vocabulary, and we ask open-ended questions and things like that to make the reader think about the story, you know, deeply. And in our next version of the books, we're going to also offer coloring sheets,
Okay.
um, you know, in the book, and we're going to change some of the vocabulary words. The vocabulary is very, very rich in these books. We didn't dumb down these books. These books are very high level. The words are high frequency
Okay,
words.
good.
um yeah, and any parent, you know, that reads this book, that helps their child read this book, or any young, you know, young reader that does read this book, will true their vocabulary will truly be expanded after
Mhm.
reading this series.
Well, that's a good thing because I visited um, a music center up on in Mount Vernon,
Mhm.
and the it was really like a concert. It was during the holiday season, and I was invited, and I was in awe in how she taught because she would teach. The vocabulary was just they were learning the right vocabulary.
Mhm.
So I was just impressed, and there was a variety of ages there. I didn't mean to cut you off, but
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
I wanted to agree with you that uh, I like that higher order because we need that. Our children basically need higher order thinking skills
Definitely.
to be able to develop. So, how did the makeup come about?
Okay, the skincare line. You know, I had a big birthday a couple of years ago, and I just started noticing some changes in my skin, and I really didn't like it. So I just started researching ways to get my skin to look more youthful and brighter, and to get my skin tighter. So, like right now, I do not have on any makeup. The only thing I have on is lipstick. So I don't even have on lashes. I don't have on any lashes. I don't have on any foundation, nothing. And this is just my regular skin. And so this is the kind of, you know, look I want women, especially women who wear makeup, to be able to do. So that you look, my tagline is, it's not makeup, it's memoir. So so that people know that your skin without makeup can look clear, bright, youthful, healthy, acne free. You know, is good. This product line is good for anyone with skin. So
I
I
hate that you didn't bring something so we could see it.
I do have some.
Well, let us see it.
Okay, so we're going to just take a small little tour over
Okay.
here. I'm all set up for you.
Oh, great, great. I love
Yes,
it. I love
with
this.
the memoir.
Wait a minute, somebody is, let me see what they say. Somebody is, I think, commenting here. Uh,
What did they say?
hello, ladies. You know her?
I do not.
I don't know.
Hi, Miss Brown. How are you? It's nice
Hi,
to see you.
it
Thank you for
is
joining
nice
us
for you to
tonight.
hop on. Thank you so much.
Okay, so can you see it?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so right here we have memoir, and you can see everything that is in the product line.
Okay.
So number one is our step one, which is our cleanser, and it's called Clean and Bright.
Okay.
It's a really great way to start off your routine. First, you start by washing your hands, and then you take a small amount of that Clean and Bright in your fingers, and you lather, and you get a really great lather. You put it on your face, and then you wipe it all off with with a damp. I like to use a white towel because then you get to see everything. You know.
Mhm.
And then the second step, now it's variations to this because you don't have to buy the entire product line to get success. So I'll do this for someone, a teenager who has maybe acne. So
Mm-hmm.
step one in any skincare routine is cleansing. So this is step one. Step two for the person with acne would be the toning pads. You just take the toning pad, you take one out, you wipe your entire face, and you will see the all the dirt and the pollutants come on the cleaning pad. The third step would be hello hydration. We're going to put some moisture back in the face. And then the fourth step will be, of course, the moisturizer. And this is really key to go ahead and put some moisture back on that face. We also offer a multivitamin that I encourage everyone to get and to take every evening. I like to take my vitamins at night versus in the morning. I don't know why, I just do. Now
and it doesn't keep you up?
No, they don't. No, I asked my husband. You go to sleep so quickly. You get in the bed and you go right to sleep.
That's because you're busy and you do so much.
I'm tired. So then this is a routine for a woman who may be experiencing some changes in her skin. They could be maybe hormonal or just because of age and just time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So again, you wash your hands and then you would start with step one would be the clean and bright. And then step two, depending on the day, because sometimes I do exfoliate. Now I exfoliate about 3 times a week. Sometimes if I'm just, if I look at my skin and I don't like the way it looks and I really want it to look bright, I'll go ahead and do the exfoliation. And then you wash that off with a towel as well. And then you go back and you add the hydration to it. Then you get your Goodbye Wrinkles. I love this. This is the under eye cream. I put that on. One of my favorite serums. I use all of these serums. I use 2 of these serums twice a day. So I have one that's called the Fountain of Youth, and I have vitamin C. So I use my vitamin C every day at every cleaning, and then I use my Fountain of Youth with one of my cleanings. So, typically in the morning, I'll do Fountain of Youth and I'll do my vitamin C. And then at the end, I'll go ahead and do my moisturizer. And like I said, I take my vitamins at night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And then go ahead.
Oh, and that's memoir. And you can find it at www.allisoninspires.com. And, you can just scroll down and hit that memoir link to go ahead and take a look at the products, to read about the products, and to see the video.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was interesting. I'm glad to hear that. I'm loving all of this entrepreneurship. Because that's what we're about. We're about ordinary people doing extraordinary things, and you just don't know about these things unless somebody tells you, or you get out and they see it. I do want you to know that this will be not only am I streaming it, but it'll be on Spotify and Apple, and it'll be on all the podcast programs as well. So I just wanted to let you know that. So let's take. I'm gonna let you get yourself back together. I'm gonna take another brief break. And then when I come back, I want you to talk about how you became a chef and your cooking, the philosophy behind it, and you can talk about your books.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Let me switch over here. I think I'm gonna do my little commercial here today. This time, let's see.
Oh my goodness, the mailman came. I hope my sweet little thing cook is in here. I just hope it's in here. Let me see. Let me open this up. That's it. Sweet little thing cookies. That sweet little thing cookies. Oh, I'ma have me a ball now. Let me just get this right here. Little thing cookies. That sweet little thing cookies. Oh, yeah. I finally got my cookies. This sweet little thing cookies. Oh, yeah. I'ma have fun. This package kind of big, though. Man, I got a lot of cookies.
All righty. That's my little business. I do.
Very nice. Very nice.
You know, you see how I try to bring the kids and all of that.
Mhm. Yes, I saw your children's corner. I love it.
Oh yes, I started that. Because I think that, you know, just like you got your books, I think that parents need, you know, they can't always get the activities together to
Mhm.
do with their children. And so I try to provide activities that they can do together and hold a conversation, you know,
Mhm.
because, you know, in our community, we don't talk to our children. We got to learn how to talk to our children and, you know, and uplift them. To me, that's my philosophy on children. But you know how I feel about my babies.
Yes, I do.
I still feel the same way about my babies. So, and that's why in my podcast, I do a lot of talking about babies. I talk about adults, but I also talk about the children and what they can do with the children and how things affect um, the children as well. So my guest last week talked about real estate, and she wrote a book on how children can learn about real estate.
Oh,
So
interesting.
that was really a interesting thing. But I'm going to say this to you as well. We have and I will recommend you to this person. Oh, somebody is all. This is a long thing here. Okay, this is for me though. I think somebody's soliciting me.
Um,
they
okay.
want they want to. I'll get back to them because they want to do something. But anyway, I'm not even gonna put out. It's a paragraph. Okay, I'm not even gonna put that on the thing. That made me forget what I was talking about. Seriously, it did. I looked up there and saw all that.
You
Um,
were talking about the person you were going to recommend me to
oh yeah,
somebody.
I wanted to tell you that there is it's a lady called Conversations with Sandy,
Okay.
and she interviews authors. That's what her podcast is all about. And if you don't mind, I would recommend, you know, you to her because she does interviews, and she's won awards and, you know, all those things. Mine is just a little bit different, but that is basically her focus
Okay.
is
I would love it. Thank you so much.
look,
Yeah, I would love it.
they changing all this. You see what I'm doing?
I'm
I'm,
like,
I'm,
wait a minute.
look, I'm playing around a little bit here, you know.
I'm like, wait a minute.
I know.
That was a close up. I wasn't
I know
ready.
they do. Look,
Mhm. Oh,
I'm
that's
doing.
nice.
It is. They made a few little changes, and okay. Wait a minute. Let me get us back. Let me get us back where we should be. Let me play.
Okay.
Here I am playing around. All right, tell us a little bit about your chef and your food process, and you can also tell us about. Would you say you wrote a book, a cookbook, or
Yes,
okay?
yes.
Tell us a little bit about
So
that
the
as well.
book right here, I'm gonna see if I can get it in the shot.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, you ready for me, girl? I love it. I love
Okay, so
it.
we'll talk about this one first.
Okay.
So that's Southern City Cuisine, Volume 1. Volume 2 is coming. That's the Keto Remix, Volume 2. But this book came from, it's a baby of the pandemic.
Okay.
So during the pandemic, my cousin and I, we just hung out, during the pandemic, and we just did a lot of cooking, and we just did a lot of old school stuff because both of our parents are deceased. So,
Okay.
we have a lot of memories, childhood memories of just parties and just getting together and just big pots of beans and just all types of Southern meals, greens, of course, cabbage,
Soul food.
gumbo, just all kinds of things. So we just would cook these things every day during the pandemic. And then we just came up with the idea to just compile them in the book, not just for our family, but for some of our friends, because a lot of people nowadays, just out of because they're just so busy, they really I don't know if they didn't work with their mothers or grandmothers in the kitchen, but they don't know how to make some of those older recipes. And so what we tried to do was compile some recipes for people who may remember some of these dishes, or just who are interested and just kind of even want to try them. So that's how that was birthed. And then we developed a website and T-shirts, merchandising and stuff like that. And we started doing kind of like pop-up events
Okay.
where people could sample the gumbo and things like that. So that's how Southern City Cuisine was born.
Okay, so you cater out, or you?
We do cater. And like I said, we do pop-ups, but that's typically in the summertime when we'll do shows and stuff like that.
Okay. Because I asked that because my church is having a health fair and we're looking for vendors. So, and we're looking for food vendors.
Oh, okay. When is it?
We want, it's June 3rd.
June 3rd. Is that a Saturday? That's the first Saturday?
First Saturday in June. And we're trying to show healthy eating and, and those type of things. And so the food vendors, we want to have 2.
Okay.
I have one already. But we just want a different variety of food for people to select from, and they can, people will be able to sell their food, set it up so that they can do that. That's the only reason.
Okay. And what time is the fair from?
It's from 9 to 3.
9 to 3. Okay, with the vendor. Okay, we could talk about this offline. Let's talk about it offline. I already know I already have a commitment that day, but that still doesn't mean that we can't do it because it's the first Saturday in June.
Okay.
But I do know we may still can do it if, I don't know if there's an application process or whatever. But
we have a, they have a little application thing going on, but I can send you that. I'm picking up the applications on Thursday.
Okay.
So, I can send you those things. I can send it to you then. But when you said that, you went out, I thought about, why don't I ask her if she would want to be, if you would be interested in.
I'm always interested in opportunity.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. So, and then, what else did I want to ask you?
You wanted to talk about the books.
Yeah, I did want to talk about, because you said something about the next one is going to be keto.
Oh, the Southern City Cuisine, Volume 2. That's the keto remix. Okay. So that book is, we're working on that one now.
Okay, so you are kind of gearing toward healthy eating.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, because next month I am going to be doing my podcast is going to be on healthy eating. I'm going to have a health coach come in, and she's going to talk a little bit about meal planning, and she really was my health coach because I lost 40 pounds, but she has some really good ideas and good things with meal planning, and she kind of got me into looking at micro whatever it is, those 2 things, because I really didn't know anything about that, so it's just like a learning experience. And I always tell people, you never get too old to learn. You should try to learn something every day. So that was very enlightening for me, and so I asked her to come on and kind of explain, her process. And she's, I don't know, can't remember how much weight she's lost. It's not that I've changed too much. I've just watched what I eat and I eat a little more healthy. I still eat everything that I want to eat. I
Mhm.
really do. But I eat it in moderation. And I'm thankful, at my age, because a lot of people have a lot of health issues. I don't have any health issues. I'm kind of, I guess I would say, healthy. But, and the doctor has never told me what I could not eat. So I assume that I'm doing the proper things that I'm supposed to do. But anyway, she's gonna come next month and talk a little bit about that. So let's get back to you and
All
off of
right.
me.
It's room for everybody here. It's
Because I
more
see that
fun.
other little book back there.
Oh yeah.
So
So this is Fat Cat in the Family.
okay,
This is book 3, The Colors of Love. So like I said, the first 7 books are available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble.
okay,
Um, and then through, if you just go to Allison Inspires, you'll see the Fat Cat in the Family button, and you can just press that and purchase the books, and
okay,
they'll be to you in a jiffy. This book, I love it. It's about Allie, who is the main character, this little cutie pie right here, and she's from Inglewood. This story is based in Inglewood, and Allie has a classmate who's a school bully. And in this book, the children will learn about empathy, kindness, forgiveness, and it teaches them about a happier way to think about the world around
okay.
them. Hmm.
So yeah, because they do need that rather than all that violence. They
Yeah,
need to see something. They need to see something different.
yeah, and Allie is really good in getting to the why. Why is um, why is this classmate being a bully? What is really going on in his life? And then they develop a friendship, and as the story goes on, he's integrated more into the story, and he actually becomes a friend.
Okay.
He goes from the bully to the friend.
Friend. Oh,
Yes, once Allie figures out what's going on with him, and kind of helps him out.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then the other books, I have them set up. I'm not gonna move the camera this time, but
That sounds like it's gonna be a next time.
uh, so I have all the books set up. Actually, maybe I could just turn the camera just so you all can see
Okay.
all the books. You see all the books set
I
up back
see
there?
them.
Yes. So those are all the books set up back there, volumes 1 through 7. So volume 1 is called Fat Cat and the Family, Liver, Onions, and Apple Pie, Yummy. And this book is about Allie and her best friend, Nikki. And she's teaching Nikki how to have an open mind about food, and to be brave and try new things. And this book is good, because it teaches children, don't knock it until you try it.
Right.
It sounds funny, liver and onions, right? But it's a great meal. And then book 2, I'm sorry, is Fat Cat and the Family, Sticky Mess to Learn What's Best. And in this book, Fat Cat learns about consequences for his actions. So we teach children that there are consequences. Now you can do things, but you will have to, you're responsible for your actions, right? And we talked about The Color of Love. Book 4 is one of, all of them are my favorite, but this one is near and dear to my heart. It's called The Big Bad C Alphabet Challenge. And this one is about the family discovers that mommy has cancer. And so it talks about how to deal with that and how to deal with your family and, dealing with children and explaining that to them and getting through it as a family. And then book 5, I love also because it's the big bad C, but this is part 2. It's called Siblings of the Heart. And
Mhm.
it's basically about how the community bands together to help Allie's mom raise money for her cancer. Because then we start talking about how expensive healthcare is and how
Mhm.
sometimes insurance doesn't cover all the costs. So the community, the children decide that they are going to sell lemonade and, donate all the money to help Allie's mom with her cancer treatment. So this is a really great story to just talk about community and giving and sharing and how we're all kind of connected and responsible for one another. Book 6 is Friends, Fishing, and Gumbo. Yay. And this book just talks about the children and they go fishing. And again, it talks about empathy, and the importance of being open minded as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, we have Bravery and Confidence. Awesome. That's book 7. It's about Allie. They have to face the talent show. The talent show is coming up, and Allie's a little nervous. And but she gets out on that stage and she does her thing. And just how to it talks about overcoming your fears and just how to be brave.
Okay. And those are all avenues.
These are all available for purchase on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. And then the next 7 books are the 7 Continent series. Okay. And we go all around the world. We go to North America, of course. We stay home first, but then we go to Europe, Asia, Australia, Africa, South America, and the Antarctica.
Okay.
And we take the children everywhere. And we talk about math and miles. We do a lot of counting. We do, of course, more vocabulary in this at the end during the workbook section.
Mm-hmm.
So the kids are asked more open-ended questions and they get to think about the books and the places and, the historical landmarks. We talk about civil rights. So we leave kind of no stone unturned around here.
Yeah, that's good because, there's a lot of, you see me doing homeschooling advertising because I have a lot of homeschooling was going on during the
pandemic, right?
As well as I already knew quite a few people who did homeschooling, not just here, but, all over. The person that's in charge of CTR Media Network, Dr. Tina Ramsey, does homeschooling. She did homeschooling. Her children are older now. I don't know if she's still doing homeschooling, but that is her. That was her baby. She's written a lot of books and things on that as well. Let me see, what is this? All right, we have maybe we'll be done in a few minutes. You can ask me that, okay?
No, I didn't know if the thing would just time out.
No, it's not like Zoom. It'll go as long as I want. I just try to keep my guests on, within that hour.
Oh, okay. I was worried. I was like, oh my goodness, are we gonna time out?
No, we're not gonna do. This is not like Zoom. This is a whole totally different platform. But I do want to. The reason that I asked about that because your books sound like they might be a good thing, not just for daycares, but also for people who do homeschooling. That's why I was saying that. So they know that they can get it on Amazon and
Barnes and Noble. Yeah.
Barnes and
then now when you go to Allison Inspires and you go to Fat Cat and the Family, we'll have a different way that we'll be shipping out the books from Fat Cat and the Family website. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. It was such an enlightening thing. And I want to say to the audience that I hope that we kind of inspired you and encouraged you and empowered you to live a healthier lifestyle. And I hope that she gave you a lot of good tips. And before we leave, I'm going to ask her, is there anything that you would like to leave us with?
No, I just want to thank you for allowing me to be a guest tonight. It was really fun.
I'm glad you liked it. Most people get on and they're so nervous, you know, and everything. But I try to make them feel relaxed. They don't know I'm the one that's nervous.
Well, it's just a conversation. We're just having a
Yeah,
conversation.
it really is. Just
Yeah.
letting people know that there are some good people. And this is a person that you all need to know.
Yes.
Right.
So go check me out on www.allisoninspires. Book me, you know, book me and buy a book. Come to the store, go to edible.com, store 887, store 1673. And if you have a child that needs childcare, check us out at www.allisoninspires.com. Thank you so much.
All righty. So we're going to, my phone has been just popping while I was on here. I don't know who. Oh, they got you on here.
You got me on there.
Well, you know, Dr. Tina Ram, she usually comes in and she will share it to all her platforms. Okay.
Oh,
So
nice.
that's why I told you this video will be it'll be all over the world. So everybody will see it. That's how.
Is there a way that I can get it after?
I'm gonna send it to you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Once we're done and I end the broadcast, I usually download it and then I will send it to Spotify, but I also will send you a copy of it. I make sure that all my guests have a copy.
Because my play brother / manager is always asking me for content. Now I have it.
Yeah. That's what you can use it for that. You know what I'm saying? And next time you can probably do a commercial. I want that commercial. You got so much stuff that you could be, you know, that makeup and, you know, your edible arrangements, your books, you know. So, you know, you just want to get out there. Use this platform. If you know someone else that needs...
Well, I just need some help cutting that commercial because when you said commercial, I commercial. Now, wait a minute. Now, Miss Allison can do a lot of things, but that commercial, I said, now I can't just do a commercial.
Yes, you can. Did you see? Look, did you see? What's her name? Rihanna.
I saw Rihanna. What about her?
Did you see in the Super Bowl? I mean, not the Super Bowl. That was that the Super Bowl? Yeah, that's Super Bowl. When she did her makeup while she was singing. Oh, you didn't see that?
I don't remember that part.
Oh, baby, she came down. She handed the guy the microphone, and then she got her thing and did like this, and then handed that back and got her mic and went on. That was her doing her makeup. Have you seen her commercials?
No.
She's at, what's that store?
I know she does have a line.
Yeah, she has a line. And she's been doing Ultra. She's at Ultra.
Okay.
And so she pulls up in a truck. This is her commercial. She pulls up in a truck at Ultra, and the person comes out and says, "Here's your order." And it's a little bag. That has, you know, some of her jewelry. She takes it out and she does like this. And then they come back and say, "We put the rest of it in the back." And it's a big truck. I mean, the whole truck is like a big semi-truck. Okay?
Rihanna doesn't need that much makeup. Really, Rihanna doesn't need makeup at all.
She doesn't, but I'm saying her commercial was so cute. You know, it's just a short little thing. That's why I told you do a TikTok. Do a TikTok or a reel. Do you do reels?
I don't, but I'm gonna get into
it. I
gotta get into these reels because I do enjoy the TikToks. I watch TikToks. I don't do them. But yeah, I'm gonna get some help and figure out those reels.
Right, because you know, I'm dibbling and dabbling a little bit myself too. So I do on TikTok, I do well, let me end this. and then we can talk a little bit
Okay. Thanks
after.
again for having me.
Oh,
It was
you're
a
welcome,
pleasure.
sweetie. I hope you come back and tell us some more things and let us know what you're doing, and because you're doing some good things, okay?
Yes, I would
And
love to come
that's
back.
what I'm all about,
Mhm.
showing ordinary people doing extraordinary things in this world, and this is one right here that's doing that. Okay, so
Thank you.
I that's what I'm using my platform to let people become more aware of all the issues that deals with that somebody's on here. Okay, but I don't know who it is. But anyway, I am going to end the broadcast and then we can talk a little bit while it's downloading.
All right.
All right, hold on. See ya. Wait a minute. I have a way I end. Before I leave, I do want everyone to know I always leave with my 3 L's, and that is to live. The first one is to live. Live, live, live. Live your life to the fullest. Don't let anyone deter you from what you feel like you need to do within your heart. And then the next one is to laugh. Make sure you laugh. Laughter is good for the soul and it helps you, it makes you feel good. And don't forget to laugh about yourself. And then the third thing is to love. And I know it's very difficult for all of us to love everyone, okay? But we need to try and to forgive, but don't forget to always love yourself. And so with that, I'm going to bid you a good night with this, and I want to thank you for coming. I There's one other thing. No, I'm not going to show it. But I want to thank you for coming, and you hold on, and I'll be right with you.